Football's back this week, guys.
Football's back. We're getting ready for week one. We got a pretty special guest here as well. Mm-hmm. But I want to recap the 53-man roster, talk a little bit about practice squad briefly, and talk about what we are doing to get ready for week one. It's going to be exciting. Mm-hmm. Lots to talk about, guys. So, as always, let's get into it.
Boat Bros, let's go.
What's up, Premier, man? You watching the Boat Bros podcast. Stay tuned.
Charter blue dreams, stadium lights gleam. Boat Bros on the beat, lead stream. Chargers rocking speeds, Sonic supreme. From the podcast to the field, we're a team. Charged up, Boat Bros on the night. LA Thunder in electric delight. Bullets in the battle, sparking bright. Charged up, ride the lightning, feel the fright.
Okay.
Yes,
still the best intro in all Chargers podcasting, in my opinion. Good job, Kyle.
I do admit I still wanted to actually update that and get some more stuff in there, So
yeah.
I kind of got some ideas that I had while I was at church. I was like, oh, hang on a sec. I got some things cooking in my brain right now. I gotta let those simmer. Yeah.
At church.
Yeah,
at church.
right.
You're supposed to be thinking about Jesus at church there, Kyle. Anyways,
hey,
but
you know what? I'm thinking of the church of the 50-yard line. That's what I'm
there we go. Yeah. I like that. That's good too. Guys, we got plenty to talk about here. And guys, as I mentioned, we do have a special guest. Mm-hmm. But again, really quickly, we'll want to talk about the 53-man roster, practice squad. This is an opportunity for you to also ask questions. Like, there's not a whole lot to really go over this week. I know we did sign a few people. We signed Foster Sorrell. We talked a little bit about that as well, too. But if you have questions, throw them out there. We'll probably get to them today. But I want to recap what the Chargers do and get ready week one. It's going to be exciting. So without further ado, I'm going to bring in our special guest. And Kyle, you can introduce him as well. And then we'll go from there.
Yeah, so we've been keeping an eye out on this channel for a long time. It's the Lightning Strikes podcast.
Hey.
With
what's going on?
What's good, my man? Yeah, we got Nova is the other side, but we got Brody with us today. It's good to see you, my man.
How we feeling?
Ooh. Always good. You feeling good about the 53-man roster, Brody?
I am. I'm excited. A lot of those rookies made it. I know there were some names on there that had people upset. And missing out on Rocket Sanders, but other than that, I am excited about this roster. I'm ready to go to Brazil and do work.
Oh, it's gonna be exciting. I know. I was talking to James the other day, and I was like, "Man, we got to get out there. We got to get out there." But yeah, flights ain't cheap. But anybody going to Brazil, leave a comment down below because I'm peanut butter and jealous.
Exactly.
That's for sure. So.
Exactly. I'm like, man, I think we did the calculations, bro. Like, and we were like, okay, we figured out that we would all have to sell a kidney in order to go, and then still only one of us would be able to go. So it would be the sacrifice. And of course, it would be me. I would be the one going because I have the better track record when I'm there.
That's win. True.
But when guys are there, we lose. So yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, we're not getting enough super chats, guys. So that's a little hint to toss us a little bit of super chat money. That's good. In the tip jar, so we can actually afford to go to some of these games. But But Brody, what do you think of the new alternate jerseys for the Raiders? I mean, this is pretty exciting. I mean,
I know it really brings out everybody's eye color from what I'm seeing.
Right.
The monochrome, is that mauve? Are we calling this? Mauve?
Yeah.
All right.
If you go to Home Depot, go to the paint section. You're like, I need that Raiders mauve.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome. Exactly. I think it's great. But I had to pull this off the Chargers Twitter page. This was just cracking me up. I don't know why making me laugh so hard. But I'm ready for week one, guys. Like, I don't know about you. I'm excited. Here's the thing. You guys do know that we're on the another podcast, James and I, on the Roundtable Sports AFC West podcast as well. Mm-hmm. A lot of trash talking going on that podcast. And I mean, it's pretty much just a trash talking session the entire time. But I'll just say this. A lot of people writing off the Chargers. And I think we're going to be a sneaky good team this year. And I'm excited to see what the ones can do because we haven't seen them do anything all year so far in preseason. So Brody and Kyle, what are your thoughts on how we're going to be ready week 1 against the Chiefs?
Well, my biggest question is the fact that Slater's out. I feel confident that our line is going to be okay without him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it did shift everything right, kind of leading up to this thing, and so that's my big question mark right now. Everything instantly got shifted. There was no more questions about who's going where. Zion's not going to be a center; he's going to be left guard, and then we have alt left tackle.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, and then Pipkin's up there. So now we have a secured line, but what we know from last year is that Bozeman and Zion Johnson situation was not that good last year.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Wasn't
okay,
ideal.
yes, yeah, was not ideal. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, well, that's gonna be the big thing. So in my book right now. But what do you think, Brody?
I'm gonna go. I agree with. I know everybody has concerns with the offensive line, but I will say that I do have more confidence in this year's offensive line than last year's variation of it. I think people forget that we did add Becton and some good pieces. So I think we'll be better than we were last year, and we was able to win 11 games with that batch that we had out there. I think I'm most excited to see Justin Herbert and all his new weapons with his offense. He had to live and die by Ladd last year, and Ladd, for all intents and purposes, overachieved. I don't think anybody was expecting that. But now, kind of we're in the no excuse zone on offense now. Two very good running backs, all these tight ends, all these receivers. So now I'm ready to see my boy Justin Herbert just air it out, man. I'm anticipating a 4,000-yard season from him this year. So,
ooh, nice. Yeah,
I like that prediction there, Brody, because you're right. And again, going back to the Roundtable Sports podcast, if you guys haven't, they were just ripping on Justin Herbert. Hey, he won a playoff game, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing: last year he didn't have the weapons that he has this year. And Rob the Sneak just said this perfectly. KLS, Trey Harris, Ladd, Keenan, dude. That right there is dope. And look, you can say, well, KLS and Trey are rookies. I get that. But they have looked very good in preseason. So if they could get a little of that momentum and move it into the regular season, guys, we're going to be Gucci. Now, do they say Gucci anymore? Probably not.
Us old ass unks, we say it all the time. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, it's kind of note that he did not mention Quentin Johnston in that situation. But hey, I love the guy. I think he's gonna do okay. But it's just, man, the one game that he did play in this preseason, man, it's goodness.
Oh, that was so frustrating.
Yeah.
And he gets, and that was a late hit. Should have been personal foul, in my opinion. That was not good.
Agreed.
I was so frustrated. So, talking a little more about that here in a second, but I wanted to bring up these alternate jerseys that are going around the league. You guys, what do they call the rivalry jerseys? Is that what they're called?
Yeah, I think they're rivalry jerseys.
Oh,
wait, I've been hearing them called as booty jerseys. That's what they are. They all terrible. Especially, you don't like them? I think they're horrible. Especially
really?
the Arizona one, man.
The Arizona one's a little weird. I don't like that one a whole lot.
I like the Buffalo one. I'm not gonna lie.
Buffalo's eye.
The Buffalo one is icy.
The Seahawks one, they just cheating off of the Oregon, Ducks, whatever,
Yeah.
But I swear, man, the Arizona one looks like a tortilla. I can't unsee it now. I'm like,
it does look like a tortilla.
That's just everybody trying to keep up with our jerseys.
That's true.
You got to do something.
That's right. You can't fix perfection,
I agree. I do like the Niners. The Niners looks pretty good. I'm kind of okay with that one, but that's kind of I mean, maybe the Rams, but I don't know. The other ones kind of look all right. But we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. And guys, let's make no mistake. You know what this is? It's an opportunity to sell more jerseys to fans, right? It's the search. If you watch the movie Spaceballs, they are doing a sequel. It's the search for more money, right? That's what it's all about. That's all this is.
Is that what?
Grab. Merchandising. That's all it is, guys.
Okay.
Actually, I will admit, I kind of like the Rams one a little bit. It's it's kind of like, is that Navy though? Is it? Or
a little more Navy-ish, yeah.
Because it's or is it half black, half Navy? Because I can't quite.
I would have to see it up close, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, the one thing that I'm laughing about with the Bills jersey too, though, is that okay, it's already hard enough to see the players on the field when it's a snowy game. But now if they wear this, it's going to be straight up like camouflage, man. Like they're doing like some warfare out there. Yeah.
Buffalo.
Yeah, right.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Like just throw it the white spot. Wait, it's all white. What's going on?
Yeah. Just throw it up. Someone will catch it.
Might be the other team, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But again, I just have to admit this, guys. Like I just want to say this. For a fan getting ready for week 1, it is exciting to know that we finally have adults in the room. Remember, okay, we had here. Let's put the crayon out here. Here, go turn on the pen.
Oh,
we had BS.
No, you mean booty stank?
Booty stank, and then we had TT. Tom Telesco. Is this an upgrade from those two guys? Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, amazing. And I don't know. Maybe let's talk a little bit about getting ready week 1, talking about the coaching staff and just what are your thoughts on what we're going to be doing moving forward? I mean, right now, major upgrade is what I'm hearing, obviously, from you guys. Yeah. So Oregon Ducks, anyways. But what are you guys' thoughts on these two gentlemen on the screen here?
I think with Jim, I think one of the things that I've noticed about him is making all of his intentions when it comes to winning vocal. Yeah, right. He talks about that a lot, especially in regards to Justin Herbert and how basically he's doing everything in his power to give him everything that he needs. You know, he wants to see him win a Super Bowl. He ultimately wants to see him in the Hall of Fame. And I think that that gives confidence, you know, to him as well as the rest of the players on that team that know that just he's about winning as much as anybody else. So I think with Jim, you see the players respond to him, and with Joe's going to do whatever it takes to win. And I think we've seen that 2 years in the drafting smartly. Not being emotional in our financial decisions. I know a lot of people, we talked about it on the show with like Joey Bosa leaving. It was like, oh, we're losing Joey Bosa, and oh my God. And it was like Joey was about to hit us for almost $30 million to play like probably 4 games and be offsides 6 times in the same game. Like, so I'm happy to see that, you know, we signed a lot of short contracts, like, you know, prove it deals. Rather than going off the hinges and just spending a lot of money. And I know our fan base, every time somebody hits that free agency or, you know, waiver wire, we're like, we got to go get them. We got to go get them. But it's like the days of us, JC Jackson and ourselves are done. And I couldn't be more excited about that.
Well said.
However, we did just get Rashawn Slater, though. So
that was intentional, though, man.
Of course,
Real soon, you know what I'm saying?
100%. Though I actually think that JC Jackson, I think that was an intentional one. I think to kind of to your point, like I feel like I ain't gonna lie, I think he faked it. I think he faked the entire injury. You know, he just wanted that. You know, he got his rings with a couple times, like, you know, in New England. And you know, then he knew he wasn't going to get that bag in New England with Belichick, whatever that. So he said, "All right, I'm going to go somewhere." And he just it was a con job. That's what 100% what it was. You know. Yeah.
Well, we were stupid enough to pay him, though. That's the problem, right? That's true, you know, going back to the point is that we now have adults in the room not making stupid decisions, right? And so, look, because to your point, Brody, you said, look, don't make emotional decisions. You can't do that. You have to make the right decisions. The one decision that I will say, again, it's still somewhat perplexing is, you know, letting Austin Eckler walk. He's looked pretty good with the Commanders. Of course, he's an older running back. Statistics would say he should not get paid anymore. You're done, right? Game's over, moving forward. But it's exciting to see what we have. So let's kind of review the 53-man roster. And again, guys, throw some questions out. We could toss those out. So let's talk about the offense moving forward, first of all, and then we'll go from there. So I'll say this, just QB-wise. I wasn't sure Trey Lance would go make the squad. I don't know. What do you think, Brody, about that? Because I was not convinced, man. I was like, I don't know. Trey Lance.
So I will say this. I don't know where this narrative came and this this might have been the media spin or whatever you call it, or just the the psychological warfare that is Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Training camp practice day 2, there was not a QB race to be had after that. If you went to training camp, you knew Trey Lance was QB2, but somehow in the media narrative, it was Taylor Heineke and Trey Lance are going back and forth and this and the other. Like, I can tell you, there was Justin Herbert, and then that decline was kind of like pretty steep, and Trey Lance, and then we're just off the ravine after that. But I'm not surprised, man. I think Trey did more than enough throughout camp and in his preseason appearances to secure QB2. So happy to have him. I'm hoping that Greg Roman is creative with utilizing this guy in training camp practice. Trey Lance probably scrambled multiple times, but every time he left that pocket, man, it was a 10-15 yard gain. So I think that could be utilized in our playbook to prevent Justin Herbert from taking some of these runs or short yardage type sets. So I'm hoping Greg Roman does his thing, man. That's just another offensive piece that I think is going to add to us for sure.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, you're right. I mean, we could see him in some wildcat formation, something like that, maybe with the goal line, which would be interesting to see because, again, he's great. Look, if we're going to tenderize that meat, you wildcat with that, and we just go, all right, dude, it's a zone read. Just move forward and find a gap. Maybe have Matlock and a few other people run through. You'll be in fine shape. So we'll see. What's your thoughts there, Kyle? And what do you guys think in the chat? Also, leave a comment.
Yeah, I mean, and it became a very clear leader that Trey Lance was going to take over quarterback 2 very early on. I don't know. I don't know what you're thinking, like that you weren't seeing it at whatever. I'm like, were you even watching football? Do you even know ball, bro? What's going on here?
You don't know ball.
You don't know ball?
Yeah. So when I saw Trey Lance, James and when I saw Trey Lance at camp, he was missing everything. He was not making any throws. Yeah, okay. And secondarily, Taylor Heineke is a little bit more of a pocket passer, right? So,
that's true.
And Trey Lance this is his 3rd team since he's been in the NFL. So
true.
There's a lot stacked up against him, right? And so at the end of the day, he had to prove it, right? But yeah, he's looked better than Taylor Heineke. But Taylor looked really horrible to begin with. Like, let's just make that very clear. I mean, but the weird thing is Taylor looked very good at camp, and Trey Lance looked really horrible at camp. So it was just strange to me that he couldn't seem to make a single pass in a preseason game, but looked great in camp. So it was just awkward seeing that side of both of these players, right? So. That was kind of my issue.
I think the thing is that Taylor Heineke served his purpose, and that was last year. He got off the couch, and he was able to step in when he needed to, like in the times that we needed him on the field or whatever that. But that purpose is done. What I like about Trey Lance though is that being QB2 makes our team prepare better for other teams that have running type quarterbacks, like people that can scramble, people that can actually run the ball a little bit more. I mean, obviously, Herbert can run the ball. Like, let's not forget about that, But Taylor Heineke if he's just more of a pocket passer, Herbert is even a better pocket passer than that by far, So we can be prepared with pocket passer quarterbacks with Justin Herbert, but we can also be prepared for the other ones with Trey Lance, and I think that's what gave him the value that we needed in order to step up, for him to be QB2. Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't look like Taylor. And correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I don't think Taylor signed anywhere else. So he's probably
he signed with the couch. That's what he signed.
Probably.
Long-term deal.
Yeah.
Long-term contract with the couch of the living room. Yeah. Yeah.
So I think Omarion Hampton's going to be our bell cow this season, at least for week 1. I think Najee will probably get maybe 8 or 9 carries, right? It'll be Omarion mostly, and then Najee, I would assume. I mean, guys, who was surprised that he's actually going to be available for week 1? I personally didn't think he was going to be available week 1. I mean, he wasn't practicing doing anything, but apparently they're saying he's going to be ready to go. So I don't know. What's you guys' thoughts on all that in the running back room?
Well, he was in a yellow jersey earlier this week. And if I can tell you anything about those guys in yellow jerseys, they typically play. They slow motion them, slow roll them. Back to getting ready for full contact and all of that stuff. But everybody who I was able to see at training camp, when they had their yellow jersey on, it was just, the no contact or whatever. But the very next week they were blue jersey and preparing to play. I think again with just the intrigue that is Jim Harbaugh, like they tell you just enough, right? You know what I mean? When the incident, initially happened, it was just like, oh, it's superficial. That was the word we kept throwing around. It's superficial. And then it was just like nothing, right? And so everybody wants something, and we weren't getting anything. Like there is no, how is his eye? I saw the eye, the whole thing, training camp is in full swing. No Najee. Preseason game 1, no Najee. And then there's just like random guy, big sunglasses, street clothes, walking around the field at training camp. It was like, who is that? 22 on the show. Is that Najee?
Yep.
Is that Najee? So then you start seeing him, and it's just kind of like, okay, he's here, he's alive. We know he's breathing. But we still don't get no information. Every press conference is still kind of like, he's doing everything he's supposed to be doing to get ready, and we have full confidence that he'll be ready to go. And it's like, I don't have anything to go off of. And then a couple of more preseason games, a couple of more practices, and then it's like, who's this guy out here with this helmet on, weighted vest, walking around the field, 22 on the shorts? Is that Najee?
Yeah.
Is that Najee? And you still don't hear nothing, right? Like it's still like he's out there walking. Couple of more preseason games, couple of more training camp practices, and boom. Now we get the exclusive from Chris Rim, I think it was, releasing the video of him taking handoffs and hitting the gaps, and his first step looks great, and it's like, oh wow, like whatever transition behind closed doors or whatever they kept close to chest, it worked, and here we are.
Yeah, and we're not going to hear the whole story, right? I think HIPAA rules. I know Jim Harbaugh is he just doesn't want to talk about it, right? And because they're stupid questions, right? Well, what's going on with this person's hip? Like, well, why are we having a conversation about that? Ask me something else, Yeah. So I think to your point, right? He's probably going to be ready week 1, which is exciting. And I tell you, Omarion Hampton, Najee Harris, that's a good combination. And then really Hassan Haskins is a power back too. He's a big dude. He looked pretty good in preseason. I think he's really more of a special teams guy too, but having him there available will be good. So again, week 1, I think we'll be fine. Kyle, thoughts on that as well?
There was the thing that I'm concerned about. Apparently on August 30th, just the other day, the Chargers did work out a couple of running backs.
Yes, I did see that too.
So so they worked out Amar Johnson, Keelan Robinson, Anthony Tyus, and Owen Wright. Obviously not big names or anything like that, but I'm like, okay, so why all of a sudden are they working out a couple more running backs? We got a pretty stacked little group right here. I mean, obviously running backs do get injured quite often, whatever. So that does put a little like, is he going to be ready week 1? Is he available? It's like, and I'm just like, y'all, they be telling us, they be spinning lies. They be spinning lies to us, like
tell you without telling you.
Exactly. So I'm like, you got to read in between the lines, y'all. So I'm like, all right, I don't know. I think he's gonna be ready. Like I'm not saying it like, but I'm saying like 25% chance he's not ready. That's what I'm saying. So
you're telling me there's a chance.
That's right.
That's all I'm hearing.
60% of the time, I'm right every time.
That doesn't make any sense.
That's right. Hey,
but I'll say this: the wide receiver room as a whole has just been absolutely upgraded, guys. I go back to the Houston game. Ladd McConkey, 200 yards, almost 200 yards. He was double and triple teamed, balled out. Quentin Johnson was nowhere to be seen. But that won't happen again with this group of guys. Keenan Allen, Darius Davis, and Darius Davis speedster, as we know. Quentin Johnson. Yeah. Again, I'm hoping they can get some packages for him. He's really not an X receiver. I think he needs to be doing, more the middle of the field type stuff. I think that's a little bit better for him. But KLS looks amazing. Trey Harris can do it all. And then with Ladidi McConkey and Keenan Allen, guys, dude, third down package is going to be amazing. They're going to move the chains.
Who are you going to hold? Who are you double teaming?
That's the thing. You can't do it. You can't do it.
And open.
See, and I think, and this is one thing that I've said so many times. Again, we're the number one play action team in the NFL, right? So again, when you get the running backs really going, and it'll open up the deep field because they have to respect. They got to bring a safety down. You go one high safety, you're going to be open somewhere downfield, right? And so that's when the deep pass really gets opened up. So I'm just saying that they didn't respect us last year for that, especially in that Houston game for sure. But these wide receivers now will have an opportunity to work the entire field and be open, and Herbert can deliver the ball, which is exciting to see. So I'm just excited to see that. Look, there's no excuses for Herbert this year. I think to your point, he's got a lot on his shoulders this year.
Yep. Show and prove time.
100%.
That's right.
Kyle, thoughts, and Brody, thoughts?
I'm actually just trying to think here. I'm here on the Sleeper app right now. I just realized that they actually have on Sleeper the option to do full season picks. So you can say, I was just thinking back to what Brody said. He's expecting a 4,000-yard season from Justin Herbert.
I can see that.
Sleeper is basically saying, they're betting over or under on 3,649 yards for the season.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, all right, let's take that bet. I'm going to take that bet. Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert was at 3,800 with nobody. Well, I ain't going to say nobody.
Yeah, it's true.
A lot of unknown name people back there that no one could probably identify out of a roster selection. And that was last year. So
Facts.
I think with a lot more capable receivers, I'm taking the over.
Yeah, I like that.
I'll take the over on that one for sure. And then I was trying to getting on to the point with the receivers and stuff. I'm trying to find stuff about who's going to be the passing leader or whatever for the Chargers here. Do we got? They got Ladd McConkey.
Passing leader.
Okay, receptions leaders. My bad. So they're saying their only bet available right now is for Ladd McConkey, and they're saying the over under is the 1050.5 yards. So. So did he get? He didn't get over 1,000 yards last year, did he?
He did.
He did.
He did. Yeah,
he was okay. Yeah, of course it's blocked out because I already picked Herbert for.
You pissed?
I pissed him.
Yeah. Well, that's good, Kyle. So let's talk about the offensive line a little bit as well too. So, I'm excited about the offensive line. Now I'm a little frustrated. Obviously, we don't have Rashawn Slater out there, but the whole Trey Pipkins conversation. Guys, it's a pretty simple situation. You're just always going to put a tight end on the right side. That's just the way I kind of view it, right? I mean, I don't know. You tell me, Brody, but you just put another tight end on that side, give him a little extra work, at least for a while. Make sure you start feeling confident that he can have a Rondé Gatson or, one of those guys just at least chip the edge rusher. Yeah. Now, again, the problem with that is, though, they just start doing some stunts up the middle, and that's where Mekhi Becton hopefully can pick up the blitzes, but Zion Johnson and Bradley Boseman need to be better this year. So, yeah, thoughts on the offensive line moving forward?
I think I previously stated before. I know this has been a concern probably since last season ended. We've been in all the chats, all of the Reddits, everywhere you can go, everybody's been O-line. And I think the team has made moves in the right direction. So not everybody on this offensive line is going to be a big name person. And I think, people get to seeing, salary cap and we got all this money and why don't we just spend it and this and the other. We still got people who got to that we have to pay, who contracts are coming up. And then you leave yourself the flexibility to make a move. And we've made some of those moves. I like the point that you made about, we got all these big tight ends. Let them go block, let them go chip. And you have running backs who do that. If we have to run whatever set package that just puts everybody over there to help Trey Pipkins, then do it. Whatever it takes. You have the personnel now. I think before we just didn't have the personnel. Like you can't really throw J.K. Dobbins over there and just be like, hey, pick up this this stunt or whatever. But now we do. I think that's a very underrated portion of Omarion Hampton's game is that he blocks. So I'm looking for him to utilize him in any way possible.
Yeah. Good point. Kyle?
I mean, like I said, like we started with this, though, it's like 100%. That's my biggest concern with our offense right now is like, okay, so it's good that we picked up Austin Deculis.
Yeah.
Desulis. I don't know. That sounds like some kind of gladiator name or whatever like that. He's freaking from the Roman gladiators or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, like I do feel like that we're gonna be okay there, So like we're saying, we've been in worse situations than what we are right now before.
Far worse.
And we'll make it happen. As long as Herbert stays on his 2 feet, I think we'll be all right. And that's going to be the biggest thing that we need to make sure that happens.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's also why we got Hassan Haskins on the squad. He's a very good pass protector.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think Imani Vidal struggles a little bit with that. He's gotten better at it for sure. But if you're not blocking up, a defensive end that's going to rip the head off of your quarterback, aka Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
You're probably not going to get a spot on this squad, right? You want to protect your crown jewel, and that is Justin Herbert 100%, right? And again, last year he was so banged up, even going into the playoffs. He had 2 ankle injuries, all kinds of problems. But we got our first super chat from Aether.
Let's go.
My prediction is 125 yards, 2 touchdowns. Whoa, game 1. Herbert 3 touchdowns, 335 yards. Chargers 31. This is a family show, Aether, just so you know. We are the Storm. As they say, here. Okay. Thank you, Aether. I appreciate that very much. Very much. Nice. But no, it's good. Like
great prediction. Yes.
We could come out and just absolutely donkey punch them. I mean, look, and we all know that they're not going to have Rashee Rice, which I think is definitely helps us out. So I'm curious to see how that does play out. But that was that'd be amazing to see if we came out and just made a statement. That would be awesome.
Jones at Bay, it'll be good.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, 100%. You keep him. I mean, that guy is amazing. So let's wrap up with the tight ends, guys, and or aka the wide ends. Tyler Conklin. I think I'll just say this: Tyler Conklin is a good pass catching and blocking tight end. So he's an overall great tight end, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Disley and Fisk are really blocking tight ends, right? They're there to help Trey Pipkins and help in the running game, so on and so forth, along with Scott Matlock, right? Scott is, think of him as like an additional offensive lineman for the most part. And I would think Disley and Tucker are going to be the same. But Gadsden, I think, is kind of the interesting one. Yeah, I mean, he's really a wide receiver that does block. Right. So again, I kind of view Oronde Gadsden as a wide receiver more than anything, at least in my opinion. So what do you guys think about that?
Yeah, 100%. Like he's been stepped up in a great way in practice, whatever. He didn't really show up too much in preseason. Too much. Obviously, he did catch some balls, whatever, and got some good plays during preseason, but it very was clear during practices that he was a much more of a receiver type of tight end. And so I think 100%, like he can definitely fill that role of getting us someone out there that just going to stay open for Justin Herbert to dump the ball off to.
Yep. I agree. I feel comfortable. Brody, thoughts?
OG, very self-aware. We was able to have a conversation with him, and he talked about just stepping up his blocking. So he knows that is one facet of the game that he's going to have to improve in. I think red zone wise, this is a big guy. And when you talk about we already talked about earlier, like who are you holding in some of these short yardage packages that have a possible Keenan Allen on the field, Ladd, OG, KLS. one-on-one with OG, he's probably gonna win that matchup. So I'm excited for what the future is going to be with him, and I think he is going to be the future for us at tight end. Like I said, great size, great frame. Wide receiver converted to tight end, so we know what his hands and mechanics look like with great speed. So I'm expecting big things, and Justin Herbert throwing you the ball. I think for a lot of OG fans, including myself, you know, I went to Syracuse. I really wasn't watching much Syracuse football, but a lot of people speak highly of what he did last year with them.
Yeah, and again, he's really kind of listed as a slot tight end, right? Which everyone's like, what the hell does that mean? Bottom line, what it really means is that he's more of like a wide receiver. He's going to line up as a wide receiver, more in the slot, right? Hence the name slot, right? So, but the good news is he's big enough. I think he understands the game well enough to know, again, because you said it perfectly, he was a converted wide receiver. So he knows how to find those open seams in the zone. Again, I just personally think we're going to be amazing. Now, I want to give one thought here, guys, in the chat, and also everyone here. Are we going to be a top 10 offense this year? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes. But what do you guys think? And then what do you think in the chat, everyone?
Yeah, I mean, I think
I'm going to go yes.
Yeah, I'm going to go yes for sure. Because, I mean, here's the thing, too. So last year, we were like 15 or something like that, you know, like not like horrible. And we had like basically no one, you know. Yeah, we had Josh Palmer. Hey, yo, thanks for the super chat. You know, I think that's Nova there. I think. I'm saying, like, because like last year we had hardly any good receivers. Like, and we had Ladd McConkey, Quentin Johnson. You know, he stepped up in a big way last year, but we didn't really have like a solid running back core. I'm like, yeah, we had Gus the Bus, we had J.K. Dobbins who stepped up like in a very good way, but right now I feel like we're a lot more secure in our offense. We got Keenan Allen back. We got Ladd McConkey. Like that duo right there is going to be insane, you know, like, and, you know, now we got like Najee Harris, who is obviously 1,000-yard per year running back. Yes, he's not much of a touchdowns running back, but he gets those yards. Omarion Hampton, he's
available.
That's right. Yes. We got Omarion Hampton as the X factor, you know, like, I mean, we don't know exactly how well he's going to do, but we've seen in preseason that dude is a dog. I mean, he took out the entire team. He left no one behind. Yeah. He just barreled through everybody. He's like, he is the reincarnation of Natron Means, guys. Like, yeah. So 100%, we're going to top 10. Yep.
Key says around top 15, but Lightning Strikes podcast. Thank you so much again. What games are we going to be to team and tailgate and podcast? Let us know. We are going to week 3. Chargers Broncos. We are going to be there. Tickets are already purchased.
Yep.
We will be there. So if you were
there, purchased, flights are made, and if the flights don't work out this time, we just driving. You know.
I like it.
Yeah, we are going to make it for sure. It's going to be exciting.
Ain't no going to stop us.
Yep, ain't nobody going to stop us on that one. No.
And if we get a flat tire, then we're going to walk.
Yeah. We'll run. We'll Forrest Gump it. It.
I just felt like running. Yeah.
I think we're going to be a top 10. I really do. And to your point, though, Brody, there's no more excuses for Justin Herbert this year. I truly believe he has to prove it this year, right? And I think he will. You know, again, guys, football is not a team about one person. One person does not make the squad go. And really under Brandon Staley, it kind of did, though. Like, hey, Justin, go win us the game. Well, you know, that doesn't quite work that way. Look at the Eagles. The Eagles have, you know, a great offense and great defense, and they play good special teams.
Weapons.
Yes, they have a lot of weapons that makes Jalen Hurts better, right? And so I think now finally the defense we know is going to be great. Now the offense has all the tools to be great as well. I think top 10 makes sense. Again, for the number one defense like we were last year and a top 10 offense, I think we're going to be extremely hard to beat. I really do. So that's just my take on it.
For sure.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Well, let's move to the defense, guys. So I know a lot of people talk about this, and Kyle, you probably have a conversation about this too, but obviously Khalil Mack and Thule are pretty much our edge rushers for the most part. Caleb Murphy, I'm really glad that he made the squad. Kyle Kennard has been pretty lackluster from what I saw in preseason and so on and so forth. I heard he's been working with some injuries. And then Bud is our probably third rusher at this point. So, but yeah, just thoughts on the edge rushers on our defense.
Somebody super excited about Caleb Murphy.
Yeah. He's looked great. He's looked really great.
Charlie Murphy!
Charlie Murphy!
I don't know why, but whenever I hear his name, I always think of Charlie Murphy, like that.
Charlie Murphy!
Charlie Murphy!
Yeah, I mean,
so,
we were
Caleb
raised
Murphy
on
is
that.
actually, he's going to do really good. I feel like, he's stepped up in a huge way in that preseason, so I'm excited for him.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get to see, I was hoping to, just being a little biased. Yes, my name is Kyle. I'm also excited for Kyle Kennard. So, yeah, I should be, we should throw him some Monsters energy drinks, make him perform better too, So, yeah. But I'm excited to see how he does. But obviously, Thule was the sacks leader last year.
Yes, he was.
He was
only like 40% like time snaps. If that doesn't hype you up to know that he's getting 100% time now.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, dude, he's gonna
point,
get double digits easy sacks this year, and I'm freaking juiced for that. And I think Athir just actually asked a question. How we are going to stop number 15 in the first quarter, and I think these guys right here in the outside linebackers group is how we're going to do it. I think we need Sack City, baby. We need that Iron Maiden from Khalil, Mack, and Tui Pelotu. Get some T's in the chat.
He's in the chat. Yeah, that's a really good point, Kyle. I kind of forgot about that he was really only out there half of the time, and he was our sacks leader. That's a really good point. It's a really good point, and I think you're right. He's ready to go full speed, which is good. And here's the thing too: he does a lot of the right things. Khalil Mack does a good job setting the edge. Tui does the same thing, sets the edge very well. But again, these guys right here are going to really help with all of this, and I think. Everyone just says, I don't know what the situation is with our defensive line. We lost Poona Ford. Everyone thinks we're going to suck defensively on the defensive line. I don't see it at all. Jamari looked great.
Yes, he did.
Awesome. Naquan Jones looked awesome. And we know what Tito and Tier Tart can do, right? So the only question mark I have on that is Justin Boygby. Also, Matlock is on the defensive line too. He's going to rotate in and out of there a little bit as well too. But I don't worry about our defensive line, guys. I think we're going to be awesome. So yeah, let's give a little flowers to our defensive line. I think they're going to be fine. So Brody and Kyle, what do you guys think of the defensive line and what we have there?
I agree. I think what a lot of people saw probably like from preseason, just understanding like these guys haven't been able to go the entire time like at training camp, right? Like they're not going 100%. So it's like the one or two times that you see in them, like they're literally not going 100% since Texas. And that's kind of a result of that. But yeah, I don't have any words. I think underrated portion of Chargers football is our defense. Like we're all, offensive line, weapons for Justin Herbert. People forget that we were a top defense last year. Top scoring defense. Like in the red zone, we really put the clamps on people. And I think we're better than we were last year. And going into season or year two under Jesse Mentor's system or whatever, I think everybody's gonna be better. And you made a great point about Thule. Not to kind of go back, but just everybody's expecting big things from him this year, going into basically a starting role now. So I think we're gonna be just fine on defense.
And I 100% believe in Jesse Mister's system because like whatever it is he's doing, obviously, let's fully admit we had some half-brained, smooth-brained booty stank doing some defensive plays. The play calling, whatever, that just confused the hell out of everyone on the defense. And it's like what are you even doing? Like, okay, so it's a reaction based counter, spy, whatever stuff. Like, okay, Derwin has to do this, and this, and this on every play, and then everyone else is kind of like follows his lead, it's like that's a lot. That's a lot, But now, whatever it is, I think Jesse Minter simplified it as it should be done.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you got your roles, guys. You know what you got to do. Specialize it, and own it. Whatever it is they're doing, I'm loving it, man. And yeah, our defense is gonna be good. This defensive line, I mean, here's the thing: Tierra Tart, people say, oh, he's not as good as Poona Ford or whatever like that, but he didn't have as much time as Poona Ford did out there, So now Tierra Tart's gonna have all that time, and he's gonna shine,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jesse Minter is the defensive Jesus.
So the one thing I always think about when I think the defensive line too is those two guys in the middle. They are there to take on double teams, right?
True.
You A gap, B gap. You just jam your body in that A gap or B gap. You're just block destruction. That's all you do. And the reason why you do that is the edge rushers. You make Thule look good. You make Khalil Mack look good, right? And so, again, their job isn't really to get sacks. Their job is to collapse the pocket and just keep number 15, to answer Aether's question, in the spot or crush around him, right? Give him the Iron Maiden, as you talked about. And Jamari Caldwell is awesome at that, right? I think Deshaun Hand looked good at times. Naquan Jones looked good at times. And Tierra Tart's going to be good at that. And Tito Ogbonnia is good at that, right? So all these guys could do it. Now, Boigbe, I would just say, I think he's looked better, I think, for sure. I think this is the year he's got to show and prove that again, this is his third year now. So, but I think he'll be good. So again, that's the whole point of the defensive line, right? They're not there to get sacked. They're there to disrupt. They're there to destroy the running play. They're there to, make Patrick Mahomes uncomfortable. So anyways, just my general thoughts on that. Linebackers, kind of interesting, guys. This is such a feel-good story. Marlo Wax.
Yes.
I'm excited about that. He looked amazing. And yeah, I mean, for real. But Deion Henley, he better make the Pro Bowl this year. I was pretty pissed he didn't make the Pro Bowl last year.
Yeah, no snubs. No more snubs.
Yeah, no snubs. And then Denzel Perryman, I worry about him. He's awesome, dude. Like that guy is amazing. He just goes full bore though. That's the thing. And sometimes he just kind of sticks his head in there. Ooh, there's my shoulder. So I think these two guys are great. Marlo Wax would be great. You clearly know he knows how to be coached. He came from Clemson, right? Or was it Syracuse? I can't remember. I think it was Clemson. Wasn't it Clemson?
I'm not 100% sure.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Anyways, I'll look it up here in a second. And someone in the chat that probably knows a little bit better than me, but
Syracuse.
Oh, Syracuse. That's what I knew. It was Syracuse or Clemson, one of the two.
All right.
But what do you guys think about the linebacker room?
I think it's an amazing group. I got all pro season loading for
yes,
Deion.
Yep.
I think he was snubbed last year, so I am on record that this is going to be the year he goes and takes it. Leaves no doubt. All pro season for him. Super excited about Marlo Wax. I think he has an amazing group to be mentored by. You got DP over there, obviously Deion. Troy Dye had an amazing preseason training camp and preseason game. So I'm excited for them, man. They gonna cook this year.
Yeah, it's gonna be real good. And shout out to Deion Henley. So being the captain of or one of the captains, now that's gonna freaking be awesome. I 100% believe he deserves that for sure. So he's gonna be able to be out there and helping direct the defense to line up correctly and do whatever they need to do. But then I like that Denzel Perryman is going to be like an alternate. So I think Unk's going to help Deion, get better and like that and understand what it means to be a captain and stuff like that, at least a little bit. And thank goodness that Denzel's out of the prison as well, just in time for the season for hey, he's been away from California too long. Didn't realize the weird gun laws that they have, So yeah,
and they are weird.
They are very weird.
They are definitely weird for sure. Yeah. So and again, I think
We already
Kyle,
kind of answered this one.
Yeah, we already kind of did. Maybe give him another brief answer to it.
Well, he had a follow-up thing. The biggest thing too is like that with Jesse Minter's defense is that he does adjust.
Yes.
So even if we don't do well in the first half or whatever, Jesse Minter will adjust. Unlike Booty Stank, Booty Stanks don't adjust. Like they just stink. They just keep stinking. Yeah.
Booty Stanks don't adjust.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right, so that's good. So linebacker's good. I mean, Marlowack's such a great feel-good story with him as well, too. So DJ, Alohi, Elijah, and Kendall. Kendall, I was kind of surprised Kendall made the squad, but he looked pretty good in preseason, so I'm excited to see him make it. RJ Mickens, man, interesting pickup from him. Like, again, he's 24 years old. A lot of people wanted him to go higher, but a lot of people didn't want him because he's 24 years old. Everyone thinks like, he's kind of old now. It's kind of sad to admit that 24 years is old, because that's it's like, oof, geez. In football years, I guess it is, right? Sort of. Is
that like,
but anyways,
equivalent to dog years or something like that?
Dog years, I guess. Yeah.
Each year of the NFL is like 4 years for us normies, I guess.
Yeah. Exactly. But it's exciting to see. I think these safeties look great. And I mean, RJ Mickens, I think, looked really good. He'll probably end up being a gunner. Kendall Williamson most likely be a gunner quite a bit as well, too. Curious to see how that plays out. And I'm sure that's partially why he got the job, special teams. But man, I think our defensive back room is going to be solid, man. We're carrying 12 people. We're going to be good. I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts?
Fast. We're going to be flying around all over the place.
Yep.
A lot of deflections, a lot of picks, I believe. And with all of those people, on there, it allows Derwin to do what Derwin wants to do, which is blow up plays, get in that backfield. I think we're gonna see a lot of that from him this year.
Oh yeah, 100%. And I'm excited to see how Elijah Molden does again for his year 2 with the team. He had obviously a huge breakout year for him last year under Jesse Minter, and so I'm excited to see what he does more. And Alohi Gilman, this is a make it or break it year for him. This is contract year, so he's got a lot to prove and to kind of show. It's like, okay, look, like even if he doesn't end up on the Chargers next year, like maybe we let him go or whatever like that for whatever reason, he still needs to prove that he's got the juice to make it for another team too. If he doesn't end up here, so yeah. So Mickens and is definitely coming for that job. For sure. It's just like as a fresh blood out here, so there's going to be a bit of a competition for that spot like in the near future. And I think I'm excited to see how that develops all year.
Yeah. So and again, Derwin James is going to run big nickel quite a bit, right? It's basically what was it Hampton for the Ravens, right? So again, the big nickel, just the base understanding of it is it's a 4-2-5 base formation, right? But that third safety is sort of a role of a hybrid linebacker safety who can defend the pass and the run. And that's what Derwin James is going to be this year. I think that's also what Booty Stank wanted to do, but he just didn't correctly make this team understand where he needed to be. And when he was running big nickel, it was the wrong times, right? So he wasn't picking the right times for him to be big nickel. But my point is Derwin's going to be sort of that hybrid guy, but you can't do that unless you have someone like Alohi Gilman or Elijah Molden or again, then these 2 rookies behind them, because you got to know that top is going to be sealed off from the deep pass and so on and so forth. But I read a statistic that if Derwin James blitzes at all, he gets at least a pressure every 1 out of 3 times that he pressures. That's pretty amazing.
He's tough. He's tough back there.
Exactly. So you want him blitzing. And again, Derwin is going to help the linebackers, the outside linebackers, the edge rushers. So I kind of think of him as a bit of a hybrid, right? So, just he's a little bit of a Swiss Army knife on that defense. So I just wanted to point that out about him.
Yeah, for sure.
So Cam Hart, and we haven't seen much of Dante Jackson, but Nico Reed made the squad. Another good field story. Eric Rodgers making the squad. Another feel good story.
Yeah. However, Eric Rodgers instantly went on IR for the whole season, though. So
for the whole season?
Yeah, for the whole season. Yeah. So that kind of sucks. I was like, dang it. So
wait, he's out the entire season.
yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought he was. I thought it was just going to be on the IR. Oh man,
No, no, it sucks. I was like, dang it.
Wow.
I mean, at least he made it so that way, like, they can. I don't know, like maybe he'll recover in time for like maybe postseason or something like that. I don't know. They didn't. Again,
that's right.
We don't really know exactly what happened.
I don't know that he's completely out because he's just on injured reserve. It didn't say. So injured reserve, you only have to be on there for 4 weeks, right? So they re-signed Delshon Phillips back, which is interesting. So, but again, injured reserve is nice because you can bring 8 people off injured reserve for the season at some point, right? So we'll see how it plays on. Yeah, so it's at least 4 games. There we go. And I think you're thinking of Colson.
Yeah,
Colson's out for the entire year. That's what I was.
Okay,
that's why I was a little confused.
Well, no, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I saw something wrong. I thought there was something about it. Yeah. So, but LOD corrects me. Thank you so much for that. That's good. Yeah. So I'm good. I'm glad he's only out for 4 weeks.
At practice, I think earlier this week, they had been saying he had been in a walking boot, and now the walking boot is off.
Okay, got it. All right.
But Delshon Phillips is he had some injuries in camp as well too, and he's supposed to be the special teams ace. I was hoping we'd get Nick Neiman back, but we didn't. So pretty interesting conversation about that as well too. But I think the cornerback room, guys, I'm excited about it. Cam Hart, if he can stay healthy, he is solid. We all know what Tarheeb can do. I mean, now again, Benjamin St. Juste and Dante Jackson to me are kind of the question mark, right? I don't know what to expect from them. I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on the cornerback room? Because I mean, who starts? Is it Cam Hart, Tarheeb still? I mean, Dante Jackson, I'm assuming he's going to be in the mix as well too on that. But what are your general thoughts?
I think we're going tried and true. We don't have no reason to switch from Cam and he. The St. Juste thing is going to be interesting, man. I think we're probably. I'm hoping we're on a short leash with him back there. Just from them preseason reps and training camp, it's like, man, that single coverage was tearing him up.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see, as he kind of back there just floating around. I kind of see what his utilization looks like for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, and again, LOD says Dante getting starting spot. I agree. It will be Dante at some point too. I think they're going to rotate people around a little bit as well too. But obviously Tarheeb's going to start. Dante's going to start. Jasir probably is more of a special teams guy.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, I just think our defensive back room is going to be really good. I mean, I expect us to be number one again this next year in defense. I think we're better. I just think we're better than we were last year. And so across the board, we're better. Right. And so again, it's not just one piece of the puzzle. Right. And I think if our linebackers do well, we block destruct here, we have some edge rushing pressure here. The linebackers can stop the run. I think our defensive backs are going to feed, man. We're just going to get tons of picks. I think we're the number one scoring defense in the league last year. Right.
We were.
I fully expect us to be the number one scoring defense and a number one defense in the league next year. Guys, are we going to be number one again this year? What do you guys think?
Yeah. I think as long as we have Jesse Minter in, as defensive coordinator. Then we'll be all right. Yeah, for sure. So.
And we got Cameron Dicker.
Big Dicker energy. Oh, geez. What the? Hey, this is a family show, bro.
Hey, relax. That's how he signs his name all the time, too. And then we got J.K. Scott.
It's a very precarious area for that pitcher, too.
Oh, that's a good point. Oh,
yeah, gosh,
let's
bro.
switch it up. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. Gosh. Sheesh, bro.
That was probably a bad spot, but anyways,
you just pulled a
John. We'll clip that for a short later on. No big deal. We're good.
You just pulled a John Madden on us or something like that. Geez.
John Madden.
Yeah,
John Madden. Well, let's recap with the practice squad real quick. I know we're getting a little long in the tooth here, but again, we're going to be talking more about everything that's going to be happening week one as well too. Let's just run through. Brody, what's your thoughts on the practice squad? What you like, what you don't like? What are your thoughts immediately on them?
I think DJU. I think Kyle, you were talking about having somebody to game plan against. I think him and his mobility gives us that on the practice squad. Having somebody over there that can simulate, the Jaden Daniels, who are playing Jalen Hurts, those type of quarterbacks to help prepare. Kamani, Vidal, we only put 3 running backs on the roster, but obviously we put Miller, Hans, and Kamani over here on the practice squad. So that he says, "Welcome to the BBC."
That's right.
Unbelievable.
Hey, we do have subscriptions available now. Like if y'all want, if y'all want to get on top of the BBC, you can join up right now. So yeah.
Glad to have Unc back. Tony Jefferson. I know initially everybody was like, "Oh, we cut Unc," but he's on the practice squad, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
Kyle, thoughts?
So I'm gonna need you to use the pen real quick. I see Tara Edwards there. I need you to slash out DL and put CB next to it.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. So he is not just a defensive lineman. He is a full 320 pounds cornerback, man.
My boy.
Yeah, straight up bowling ball, man. I love the best part about him. He's one of those stories that I'm like, okay, I want to see him on the field at some point. With that, especially because of the a little bit of disrespect he threw out there for when he caught that ball, because the quarterback was coming at him and he saw him coming, and so he put his own shoulder down.
His little shoulder down.
Just like, you want some of this? Here you go. Get some.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I like this. I like this practice squad. I think it's good. It gives us some good backups for players. I think Kaltenberger looked pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Nice having a long snapper. I think only happened because Josh Harris is out. By the way, Harrison Hand was released, and we signed Foster Sorrell to the practice squad.
Mm-hmm.
So Foster Sorrell's a tackle, and he's been with us for quite a while. And a lot of people say he sucks, but look, at the end of the day, guys, we need to have depth on our offensive line. You know that. Yes. I know that.
Yes.
And he's a very versatile type player, which is exciting to have him back right now. So I like Naheem Miller-Hines. I'm glad he's back. I think, again, hopefully we don't have to tap him, but I'm glad we kept Kamani Vidal. Branson Taylor looked okay, not great. David Sharp, I think we just released him as well. No, actually, did we release him?
Something happened. He got released, and so someone else. That's why we brought in somebody else, I think, too. So,
double check. Yeah, I'll have to look at it. But so he's no longer on the squad anymore. But Jalen Reagor, God, they love Jalen Reagor, man. They love
high on him.
Yeah. So, and Jaquay Jackson looked pretty good. Guys, remember, he was with the Patriots, at camp when we were there, when James and I were there. He looked really good. He looked good in the preseason. So, and again, Amani Johnson had some great games. Miles Purchase, so glad we kept him. Another undrafted free agent. I was really glad we kept him. I didn't think he was going to make the 53-man roster, but I'm glad we signed him again. And then Garmin Randolph, I didn't. This one was a little confusing to me, but I think he's. I'm glad we have a little more edge rushing, because you need somebody, right? Who's the fifth guy, right? And so we need somebody else there. Mm-hmm. Barnhart's a little bit of Swiss Army knife. And then again, Josh Kaltenberger looked really good as well too at times. So exciting. I think to be fair, we are going to abuse the IR, right? And get as many people as we possibly can. And you put it on the IR, great. You're just going to sit there for a while. Let's go find somebody else to fill the spot. That's going to happen. So I would suspect that the next person that we sign back would be someone like a Harrison Hand, most likely. He probably won't get picked up between now and the beginning of the season, but we'll see. So
for sure,
it's exciting.
For sure. Yeah. Look, guys, I'm just excited. So I will say this though too. I am planning to move my weekly live show to Wednesday nights now.
Nice.
So I will be able to, not compete against the NFL Thursday night football things. And obviously, because that might be, there might be Thursday night football for the Chargers and stuff like that. So, but I am planning, like I said, to do some live streams on Twitch, potentially watching the games together there until I get shut down. But we'll see. We'll see how that happens. So
until the NFL says we're suing you. Oh,
I'm like, oh,
we're a really poor podcast. Please don't do that. That would be terrible.
Yeah, exactly. But man, I'm excited for the season though, guys. I'm just waiting for the to hear that the good old
it's gonna be exciting.
Yeah. That's just,
it's going to be different week one in Brazil. They're gonna come up with a different sound. No, I doubt
it. Maybe to get some samba, whatever. Like
samba.
Yeah. But guys, like, so if you're out in LA, I guarantee there's like 1,000 different watch parties and stuff like that.
Man.
It's gonna be like on Instagram. I repost every single one that I see. So you go to Bolt Bros Podcast on Instagram, and every single time I just repost it. I have a whole list of them there. Go ahead and jump in, and if you're anywhere near any of those, I 100% encourage you to go to those watch parties. It's fun to watch it at home by yourself with your family, your wife and kids, but not really, right? It's like it was more fun to watch.
Not really.
Yeah, it's more fun to watch it with other people that are actually hyped about the game, like that,
I feel that.
Yeah. So
the energy is different.
Energy is different there. Yeah. So so I 100% say just go to a watch party and watch it with your friends, and or make new friends and stuff like that, too. So I don't know, Brody, are you and Nova, are you guys going to be doing a show anywhere soon?
Yeah. So speaking of, we'll actually be at Casa de Anda and out there in Costa Mesa. So we'll be there broadcasting live. They'll have a regular season. They'll be showing the game. They got drinks and food specials, doing raffles and stuff like that. The people at Electric Avenue are putting this on. So we'll be live in the building doing our show from there. So if you guys got nothing else to do, and or you want a different perspective and just some unique energy while watching the game, tune into the Lightning Strike podcast. We would definitely be live around 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Sweet.
That's awesome. And thank you so much for the super
tell us a little bit more about your show too. What gets you guys started and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. So Lightning Strike podcast, if you can read, I am A Brody. One half, my esteemed colleague, DJ Nova Fresh, man. He's out on vacay with the fam right now in Oregon. Went to his nephew's game. So just two bros, man, at work talking about football all the time. Actually, all day, probably a little too much on the clock anyway. But we just was like, man, we should start capturing our conversations, because even our conversations with each other would just get passionate. And it was like, it had this idea that we should go live one day with the podcast. And admittedly so, man, I was like, nah. Not at all. And so he's like, bro, we should do a podcast. And I'm just like, and so I let him talk me into it, man. And I walked into Best Buy and was like, hey, can I get a webcam? And they were like, sure, let me show you some of our finest webcams in this section. And got a webcam in, and we actually started last December. Right. We went to the game, did the whole tailgate thing, shot some content out there, and we posted it. And just the response from people that was just like, yo, they tailgate at SoFi Stadium, and there's activities going on besides the game. And that kind of just got motion. The guys from Electric Avenue, which is one of the tailgates, premier tailgates over there. Shout out to them, and shout out to Thunder Alley, who's been doing it for forever. If you know those guys. But yeah, they hit us up and was like, yo, you guys need to come and hang out with us. And that's just basically where it took off, man. We went back the next week, hung out with them, did the shooting content thing. And we just stayed with it, man. And the love from, the supporters and the fans, and just seeing people that are like, yo, like, you're that one guy from the podcast. And I'm like, what? I'm just a normal person who tried to pay their taxes on time and work my
exactly right.
So work my 8 to 5 and got basketball practice with the kid later. So it's been an amazing ride and journey that we've been on, and we're excited to debut what will be our first like real season upcoming next week. For everybody, but an entire season of we're at every home game, so we'll be in Electric Avenue, man, shooting, doing the show live from inside the tailgate, multiple shows during the week, and we're going to multiple away games. So we're just bringing, all the fans, just a different perspective of like going to these watch parties, pulling up in different cities at these meet and greets, and letting everybody just really see like how we come together to support Chargers football. So
that's awesome.
Lightning Strike Podcast at LSBolts15 on all social media platforms. Myself, A Brody, and DJ Nova Fresh, man, we are bringing you a different vibe, a different perspective. Come hang out with us, man.
Yeah,
we appreciate it.
That's 100%. Awesome. That's good to have you, man, for sure. And we got a couple super chats here as well too. I must have missed Action Dan. Sorry about that. What are your score predictions for week 1? Leave a chat in, or a prediction in the chat as well. I myself will not give a score prediction just because I think it jinxes us. So, just my superficial nature. I'm just going to say we're going to win. We'll leave it at that. So,
then if you think it's going to jinx us, then how about you pick the Chiefs to win so then that they don't win, right? See?
There we go. There we go.
Be a bit of a dark horse, bet on black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there you go. Action, Dan. But thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. We got one more here as well. Darth Panic. If you're in San Diego, watch party at Dirty Birds. Ooh.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Come on through. Cool. Good. It's good to see San Diego folks, support the team as well.
Absolutely. Shout out Dago.
Yeah, it's important. And go Padres as well, too. Trust me. That's I was watching the game here at the house as well. So, no, it's exciting. And this is going to be a great season, guys. I think no matter what, week 1, I'll leave my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up. We are getting long in the tooth. Holy cow!
Right. Hey,
we are flapping our
Brody
gums.
In the chat, I'm excited to have Brody here. So we're ready to. It's good to chat.
We appreciate it. I appreciate being here, guys. Thank you.
Absolutely. And again, join their podcast. Right, check them out. They're on YouTube. They're on all the social medias. Check them out, man. We are here to support all Chargers podcasts as well too. So these guys are good dudes, and excited to have you guys. So. I would say this, week 1 is always a crapshoot. I always never quite know what to expect week 1. I mean, we can sit here and predict all day. You just don't know, right? You want to eliminate the mistakes and just play good football. And I think that's really what they're going to focus on, is just playing good, clean football.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to see what we do coming out week 1, but it's going to say a lot once we see how we come out that way. I truly believe we're going to be ready week 1, but again, you just never know, right? Your team is still a work in progress from week 1 on. Your team week 1 is different week 17, 18, right? So in so many different ways, like injuries and all the above. So 100%. I'm excited to see how we come out. Again, we have not seen our ones play together at all this preseason for the most part. We saw 1 or 2 series, and that's about it. So it's going to be exciting. I'm really hoping, and Darth Panic says this perfectly, hoping the Chiefs have a Super Bowl hangover. I agree. It'd be really nice to see the Chargers win the division this year. That's what I'm hoping for. But so that's my plan. But all righty, guys. We are the Bolt Bros. I guess it's probably time for us to end it now, isn't it?
I think so.
It's been a while. All righty, guys. We're the Bolt Bros. We'll see you guys in the next one. And again, join the Brody's podcast. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. As always, let's get in the podcast right now.
Bolt Bros, let's go.
Hey, what's up? Cameron Dick here watching Bolt Bros podcast. Let's go.
Charged up, Bolt Bros on the night.